Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. My name is Fola Daniel Speaks, also known as Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I want to tell you to start from the scratch. Start from the scratch. There are people who want to start from the top. They don't want to start from the bottom. There are people who have built something before and everything collapsed right in front of them. And because of that, they don't want to build another thing again. Let me start with those who don't want to start from the scratch but want to start from the bottom. One of the things you must pay attention to is that nothing starts from the top, everything starts from the ground. The only thing that will last will be the things that you build with your own hand. The only thing that will last will be the things that you spend time working on, creating systems and processes around. You need to start from the scratch to build whatever it is that you want to build. If you just get somewhere in the middle and continue what somebody else has stopped, you may not understand how they started. There are times when you can get stuck, a problem occurs, and you don't even know what to do. And the reason you will not know what to do is because you don't know where they started, you don't know what they did, and you don't know how they built it from scratch. But if you build that thing from scratch, you will then understand how to rebuild even if you lose everything. So, the reason rebuilding is difficult for some people is because they did not start from the scratch. So, when we talk about starting from the scratch, there are quite a number of cases or there are quite a number of scenarios. Take, for example, you've been enjoying something and all of a sudden you have come to the end of the season for enjoying that thing and it looks like you are left with nothing. Start from the scratch, build something else. This is also applicable to people who have just left maybe paid employment, either by way of resignation or because of retirement. Start from the scratch, build something new. It could also be people who were doing businesses who lost everything that they had, maybe because they trusted another person that they shouldn't have trusted, or for whatever reason, there was a wrong decision and everything went down. Start from the scratch. If you built the first one, I can assure you that you have the grit, you have the gumption to build another one. I can tell you that you have the guts to do it all over again. I know it's discouraging that you lost everything you lost before. Maybe you made a mistake and it cost you 5 years, 4 years, 10 years, 20 years. So long as you are still alive, start from the scratch. You're over 40, you don't have an education, you don't have a university degree. It's never too late to start. Guess what? If you start now, in another 3 to 4 years, you would have a degree. If you don't, in 4 or 5 years' time, if Jesus tarries, you will still be alive and you would have become 44. But you will now be 44 still without a degree. But if you start today at the age of 40, when some people think it's probably too late, you will then have your degree in 4 years' time. Even if you start today at age 40, for example, and you do your first degree, you get it in 4 years. You do your master's degree, you get it in another 2 years when you probably be 46. And if you do your PhD, give or take, you spend 3 or 4 years on it, by 48, 49, you're done with it. So before you are 50, even though you didn't have a degree at age 40, between 40 and 50, it is still possible for you to get a degree, get a master's degree, get a PhD if you work at it. So don't look at how much time you have lost. Begin to think about how much time you can recover by what you do today. The reason most people don't want to start from the scratch again is that they focus on how much time they've lost rather than looking forward to see how much time is still ahead of them. If you have turned 50 and you think that you've lost time, what if you live to be 100? What if you live to be 90? It means that you have 40 years ahead of you. What if you live to be 70? You still have 20 years ahead of you. What if you live to be 95? You have 45 years ahead of you. So don't think about how much time you've lost already. Think about how much time you still have ahead of you. What are you going to do with that time? Now, when I say start from scratch, it also talks a bit about reinventing yourself. Some of you think that you have come to the peak of your career and you're somehow being eased out of that career, or you're gradually being eased out of that career and you don't know what to do with yourself. Start from the scratch. change into another career. Become a consultant. Turn your knowledge into resources. Start selling it. There is always an opportunity for you to start from the scratch. Build something valuable. Build something resourceful that others need. Those who are coming behind you, there is something valuable that you have that they don't have yet. It will take them another 10, 15 years to get exactly the same thing. Become a library of some sort. Become a journal of some sort, and let them come and consult you. Let them learn from you. Train them. Make your money. Whatever it is that you're doing, whether in the career space, or in the business world, or as a student, whatever it is that you're doing, to become a productive person, you need to learn that you will get to a phase where you have to start from the scratch. You built an idea, it didn't work out the first time, you can start from the scratch. You started a business, it didn't work out the first time, you can start from the scratch. You just, retired from an organization, or you've resigned, you can start from the scratch in a new field. Don't ever think that you cannot start from the scratch. Starting from the scratch is also a sign of greatness. If you choose to start today, you will gradually make progress. If you choose not to start, you will then become worse off. So it's better to start, looking at the fact that you have time ahead of you, rather than waiting and complaining that you've lost a lot of time. Again, I say to you, start from the scratch. No matter what it is that you have to build again or start doing afresh. Head on now to www.foladanielspeaks.com or youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks. Thank you.